Very much, Right Honourable Speaker, and I want to thank the committee through our good chairperson for the good comprehensive report, of which also he participated as a ministry because we were invited and attended with the technical people of the ministry, including the former staff of UNRWA. And the Right Honourable Speaker, I do agree and accept the move the chairperson of committee is taking, which is right, and I appreciate him. And all of us in this country, we want to work to move and want to ensure value for money. And where there is corruption proved, we need to get a way to stop such a things. But this is a very big report, which I've got today. I request time to internalize it. Then I can also come and speak comprehensively from the informed point of view. Thank you very much.
You said you need time?
Yes, Right Honourable. I need time to read through this comprehensive report because it is a very important report, so that I come back and report from the informed point of view. Thank you.
Thank you. We've had, please. I can just imagine how you're feeling. And it's okay to feel that way. The Attorney General, before we proceed, there are recommendations you listened here. There are about 14. And your office is being mentioned severally. Do you have something to say about? Or we give government time to respond fully? Attorney General, I think, you want to say something? Okay.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I just want, Honourable Speaker, to endorse your last statement. It's the whole report, and we want to look at it wholesomely as a government. We study that report and come back with a comprehensive reply.
Yes, let us be calm. Me as Speaker, I was ready. My work is to listen. I don't debate. But if you want to have a good debate, like a football match, both sides must be ready. Now I'm told one side is ready, the other side is not ready. Chairperson.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. When you adjourned this matter last week on Thursday, the Honourable Minister of Works was here present with me, and he had your communication. And it was uploaded then. And furthermore, the Deputy Attorney General was also here. Even today morning when I talked to my very good minister in the morning, he said he had read the report and it was a very good report.
The minister who is telling the truth, and I know you as a very honest man.
Right Honourable Speaker, as you have rightly said, I'm a very honest man, and I'm among a few who are fighting corruption. We are tired of corruption in this country. And I'm not against the report of the committee, but I'm requesting time honestly to look at it, understand it, internalize it. I come and speak from the informed point of view. I don't tell lies this house.
Honorable Zake.
Right Honorable Speaker, I thank you for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, some of us have just received, actually all of us here, have just received this report. And it is so clear. It is so clear that we have just been following the chairperson, reading almost everything. If you're a good listener and you're able to follow up, you're able to understand some clear things and you note them up. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to put the minister on order. Is it in order to request for time and you're not able to be specific enough to let us know about what time do you need for you to be able to read and understand the report so that you have a way forward on your side? That is my order.
Honorable members, this report has been with us for some time, for a week. That was not uploaded. The danger of what is the shortcut to deal with this report? Isn't it to debate it and we dispose it of? Can I get Honorable Batwa? Let's not postpone this thing.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues. This is a matter that should not be delayed. It should be handled expressively.
2 minutes.
Right Honorable Speaker, right from the time we enacted the Public Finance Management Act, accountability shifted from being institutional to being personal. The person, the accounting officer at the time, should be reprimanded and should bear full blame in capital words. Secondly, we have seen that this company has not been remitting tax. And we have seen clearly that even the person taking this money, the collections to the bank, has been stealing to a tune of $1 billion in just a space of a month. We should, in our recommendation, add a recommendation requiring Uganda Revenue Authority to go and re-audit and claim our full tax. I've seen Ugandans having their properties getting sold simply because they have a tax to pay with URA. So we can't sleep on this kind of duty. I thank the committee and I associate with all the recommendations.
Honorable Mwiru, Paul. I'm going to do 7 this side. So don't even try to get up. I've seen you. I'm going to pick. Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to thank the chairman for this very good report. Right Honorable Speaker, it is when you read Article 79, it's our duty to do oversight. And the Constitution under Article 164 creates a duty on everybody to account. Right Honorable Speaker, we are dealing with criminality. That actually monies have been collected and a different amount of money is banked. We normally have loans in this house. We create a burden on taxpayers, on Ugandans, yet money is being siphoned out of the system as the taxpayer keep on suffering. Honorable Speaker, I want to applaud the committee for this good work done. But also, Honorable Speaker, one of the vices we have to deal with actually is maladministration. Because there are people who are supposed to detect the loss of money. And actually they kept quiet about the same. And maladministration is the biggest form, actually, than even corruption itself. Because, for instance, you are the gatekeeper. You keep quiet as money is being siphoned out of the system. I want to invite colleagues that we are dealing with a bipartisan matter. This matter is not just about you and about your feelings, but it's about the country. I invite colleagues that the public out there looks at us as actually the people who are responsible of following up on their past. We got a loan, Right Honorable Speaker. A road was built. The money which would be helping to service the loan is being put in the hands of the individuals. So I call upon everybody to rise up to the occasion. It's only now that either rise up to the occasion and speak against corruption, because you cannot fight corruption by actually keeping quiet about it. This is the only opportunity we have, colleagues, members of parliament, on both sides of the house, that we support the committee report, we support the recommendations passed. If the minister, in his view, he thinks he needs to study the report, you are going to study the report when you're making treasury memorandum on action taken on this report. I thank you.
Maseruka.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker and members and the committee chair. No wonder we are the same size, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker.
To impute that you share the same brain also.
Right Honorable Speaker, Entebbe Express Highway is one of those roads which are mandated to citizens of this country to relinquish money to this government. When members of the public give in money to the government, that money requires strict accountability. Now that we have this saying of Chisanja no sleep, all what I see in the report is that government deliberately decided to run away from its responsibility. Second of all, Right Honorable Speaker, why is it that we are discovering this in 2026? Why is it that after a period of 4 years, we come out and say, there has been siphoning of money for the last 4-6 years? Thirdly, why is it that we always have almost the same names? If it is not Pinako, it is Pinetti, it is Patrick, or something of that kind. There needs to be an investigation done, that we don't run here at Parliament trying to say, oh, all of this has been happening over the last 5-6 years, when we are silent on job. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, we want government to wake up to the realities of what is happening in this country. In serious countries, this report can only be considered to be stratospheric hallucinations. This can't be believable in serious countries, that a road can exist for over 4-6 years.
Honorable Nsamba.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I stand to associate myself to the committee report and categorically say that I support the committee recommendations 100% for immediately terminating the contract, the existing contract. And if the minister wants to get back to this parliament, he should get back to us to tell us that, you know, since a parliamentary recommendation was taken, this is the action we took. Right Honorable Speaker, I was reached out as chairperson Public Accounts Committee, telling me that, you know, what fiscal infrastructure is doing is accountability matters. But Right Honorable Speaker, when you give chance to our Auditor General and the Auditor General's reports, they will never make you go this deep. They will be there, they present something, a little shallow, they will not talk about these things. So Honorable Mpaka, kudos to your team. Thank you so much for the work done. And I would like to implore our Auditor General and his team to pick this report and use it as a way to report about entities in this parliament. This should be the template. You go deeper and bring out issues. so that the public and members of parliament can appreciate this. Right Honorable Speaker, this matter should be concluded today, and we must immediately require the minister to come back and report on when and how is terminating the contract of.
Honorable Ayagalachi Jamal. Simanyi byayagala.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker. Mine is just simple. After seeing the Minister of Works responding to this saga in this report, it made me to get disappointed. Because I have been seeing Honorable Balam arresting people immediately. But according to this report, Right Honorable Speaker, we don't even want to waste time. The road must be closed. Two, the people eating our money, they're supposed to be arrested immediately. Immediately. How can, Right Honorable Speaker, they have been telling us and telling Ugandans that Kampala Express Highway is the most expensive road in this world. But look at the saga in the report. And to the chairperson, we know, they always say that when you fight corruption, sometimes corruption will fight back. Don't get worried. We are going to stand with you. No one is going to scare you when we are here as members of parliament. We are here to represent our people and to see that our money, to see value for our money, our taxpayers' money. Therefore, Honorable Minister of Works
But did you
and other entities.
Honorable Member.
Yes.
Are you really serious when you say you recommend we close the road?
That's where our money is being eaten, Honorable Speaker. They are eating our money using the propaganda that they are doing the best in that road.
Honorable Zake.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Works and Transport. Right Honorable Speaker, and the House will agree that this is one of the ministries that has a lot of rot in it. Just a few weeks back, Right Honorable Speaker, you gave us an opportunity as a Committee on Government Assurance to move across the country. And the task you gave us was touching still the same ministry. Right Honorable Speaker, this ministry, as it has a fresh minister, it needs thorough cleaning up. According to what we are seeing in this report, I want to thank so much the chair. Honorable Speaker, I think you can see how young people were performing. When you see the Right Honorable Leader of Opposition and the Honorable Mwine Mpaka, how bright they are. Indeed, that's why your father is called bright. And this is totally unacceptable, Right Honorable Speaker, whereby we have such a project with such a loan that we got on behalf of all Ugandans, the taxpayers, and these people are still really moving around like that. And if I were the minister, these people immediately by this evening, they'll be in the coolers, sincerely. Right Honorable Speaker, I use that express highway whenever I'm going. Right Honorable Speaker, almost every day, but the people working on those tolls, something to add in the report. These people are not paid at all. They have told me so many months they have moved when they have not been paid at all. And this is serious. Money has been taken. Even the people who are working on those stores, they are complaining about their salaries. So this is something also we must talk about, and then also add on the recommendation. Honorable Chair, I support you fully 100%. How I wish we can put in action all these recommendations. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
I want to provide some guidance so that the debate is structured. And we have about 14 recommendations. You see, if we don't structure them, that's why we shall end up resolving to close the road. The first, remind yourself of the first recommendation. I want to, like, if the first recommendation is that terminate the contract, and the last 14, number 14 says there is no subsisting contract. I want that kind of debate, whether you can terminate what does not what is not existing. I also want to hear, the legal issues in those for or against. So there are also recommendations for forensic audit. What follows? What kind of decisions do you take before audit is done as you process the debate? Honorable Naruyima? No. The road is in Wakiso. Okay, 2 minutes. You might close it without us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the people of Wakiso District, allow me to appreciate the committee for these recommendations, and we entirely agree with them, though on item 10, recommendation 10, we are saying that the mandate to have financial and for value for money audits is entirely upon the Office of the Auditor General. Much as we are having gaps, but you also find that's under our Constitution, Article 163. It's the mandate of the Auditor General. We are not talking about the person, but we are talking about the office. So giving, again, URA another role to audit, to have a forensic audit, we are seeing conflict of interest. Yet it's now, again, URA, which we have recommended earlier, to be the one to take over the management of finances. So I'm seeing some conflict there and then. I pray that we take it to the right office as far as our Constitution is concerned. And finally, on behalf of the people of Wakiso District, we request that more lights be provided to strengthen security on the Entebbe Express Highway. I thank you.
Are you suggesting that the theft is going on because of darkness?
Especially below the bridges,
Honorable
we have
Sekabira?
issues.
Is he here? Honorable Emmanuel?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. On this matter, Right Honorable, I am speaking with a heavy heart because this report is before us and the public is looking forward to seeing our recommendations and actions being taken. Because in a few days to come, COSASA will bring another report on Rairi, on Luowa Hospital, and so many others. Therefore, I want to implore members to stand firm. We adopt all the recommendations because they are good recommendations. As of now, we cannot escape our duty of doing oversight. Therefore, I support the recommendations, and I want to ask all colleagues to support, to follow suit, so that there is accountability in accordance to Article 164 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, to hold all officers accountable for the money that government has lost. I submit.
Thank you. And I also want to get to hear from you members how we can process the recommendations against the Auditor General. I've never had. are we going to be the first to process such kind of, and his Office of Parliament? And one person said, why now? 2017 to 2023, where was Parliament? Or Emmanuel, Honorable?
Thank you so much.
As we debate, we should have such, help me generate those kind of, yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The point you have mentioned is actually why I have stood up. But before that, I want to thank the chair and the committee for a good work done. When I joined Parliament in 2016, in public accounts for local government, our chair was Honorable Regan Okumu, and he would tell us there would be issues that we want to push very far with the Auditor General, and he would tell us Auditor General is actually one of our staff. If there is an issue, we can talk about it later. And it made me to respect that office and always want to deal with issues with them when we are like indoors. But now when a report comes out like that, it's like they feared to go and touch. I am wondering what could have happened. And you are right to say, how are we going to deal with that situation of the Auditor General? But it has also brought something in my mind. Who are the owners of Pinnacle and the other entity? Because there is a possibility that Auditor General, also knowing who are behind that entity, could have been fearing to go head on and go deeper into what is happening. So, but overall, Right Honorable Speaker, I support the recommendations, and I want to think that we can carry them wholly and implement them. Thank you.
Honorable Cyrus.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Chair and Speaker. First of all, I want to appreciate you. One time I listened to you and you said that you accounting officers who come to committees bear your own what? Cross. If you know you have any issue to answer, answer. Be answerable to the word committees. So it starts with you. You are the one who has given us the courage. Two, I'd love to thank Honorable Mwine Mpaka, a person whom in my honest heart I thought should have become a commissioner. But now I see if you had gone to the commission, you would have missed this good report. I'm so happy that you give us that pride. Now you are trying to salvage the image of Parliament. And everybody can see that we are working because of what you have done. Together with your colleagues. It takes courage for you to bring a report of this magnitude to the floor of Parliament. If you are weak, you'll get money here and there and you just say, we forgot something. Yeah, so we really appreciate. It's not something simple. When we are coming to Parliament, we swear and we say, I will be there to defend and protect the Constitution. But once you are shown something small like this, you say, I forgot about the Constitution. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, it is time for us to shine. Let's do the job that God has sent us to do. And when you look at recommendation 1 and the last one, actually you are right to say, now, is there a contract that is existing? Now, if there is no contract, why should the toll gate be operating? People should now move freely for 3 months as we allow Minister of Works to fix a system properly that operates. Otherwise, if you tell them to go there in the morning, what are they going to use? They also don't have any good machine for now. Right, Honorable Speaker, that is the truth. Let the thing be opened, let people operate, let Minister of Works come to order and prepare what they are going to do. I want to thank you.
Honorable Gilbert Olanya. Then will be followed by Honorable Mutengo. I'm about to exhaust this way because we are actually saying the same thing. When you find a committee report where there is no minority, that should not generate a lot of debate. Yeah, there is consensus. That is a bipartisan. Honorable Olanya.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I recall when you are voted as a speaker, you told members of Parliament to do research work and debate from the informed point of view. I recall you stated that when the report or any other matter arises on the floor of Parliament, you have to do your research and talk from the informed point of view.
On that note, Honorable Speaker, the chairperson stated clearly that for the last 5 years, there was a company called Aegis. And for the last 3 months, the company changed to Pinnacle. I would like to find out from the chairperson. We have taken 5 years. Did you take time to follow any report on these Aegis for the last 5 years? And the report that you are giving today, is it covering only for the 3 months that the new company has taken over? Right, Honorable Speaker, we need to be factual and very objective in our discussion. Number two, right, Honorable Speaker, let the officers concerned and the chairperson and the committee, you stated that there were no contract agreements signed. The minister is here. The Minister of Works and ICT. Can they clarify to honorable members whether truly there were no contract signed between Pinnacle and Aegis? Right, Honorable Speaker, I did my research.
Honorable Mutegu, you did not research well on the available time. Honorable Mutego.
Thanks very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Mine will be an advice to the Minister of Works that next time before we carry out such projects, let's carry out a thorough study in the region and we determine how our colleagues do certain things. There are friends in the region who carried out such a project and it was purely carried out by a private investor who is going to do works and collect money for themselves for 20 years. This will go a long way to save the taxpayers. It will reduce the burden on our grandchildren in terms of paying back. This person will come and invest his money, he collects, and later, after 20 years, he hands us back the road. That will go a long way to help the burden on loans and whatever. Thanks very much, Mr. Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Wall, as the lady's voice from this way, and honestly, that's enough. I will go this way. Yeah. Who is the DJ?
I think there is a saboteur somewhere. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I just want to say this morning, we were for a committee of national economy. And there was a big question of our mobilization of domestic revenue. And also this accumulation of domestic arrears. We have losses in the country just because we don't love our country. We really don't love our country. If we love our country, we should love those people down there who are not getting services. The losses that we have been getting is also just because we have not tried to go digital. We have to go digital. How can we be paying 5,000, 10,000 in terms of cash? In some countries, even when you are buying maize, you don't go buying, you don't move with cash. You just buy through digital. And this digital will help also to reduce the losses. And we need to do better services to our people. I want to say this is one of the best reports for this year so far. So thank you very much, the Committee of Physical Infrastructure. You have done your work well, and that is why there is no differences between that side and this side. We are all in support of your of your committee. And that's why there is no what? No minority report. I also say, let Uganda Revenue Authority do their work. Take
Honorable Chinamatama, you don't rise up. I have some names. I will come in the middle later on.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity and appreciate the chairperson of the committee and the committee members for such a shocking but good news to Ugandans report. It is extremely shocking that there hasn't been any audit made for all these years. That is a big shocker for us. And I think that it's one of your recommendations that I strongly support. And I think after doing a forensic audit, this is when we should take these decisions of, for example, terminating the contract, letting the Ministry of Works take over, because then we would have an ultimate end truth to this matter. Thank you so much, Right Honorable.
Thank you. Honorable Bukenya, Doctor.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Allow me to thank the chair of the committee for the very good report and the members. Right Honorable Speaker, I've been observing issues lately, and I want to request the state, the executive, to be consistent. The way things are running in Chisanja, no sleep. You hear a story, you suspend, you arrest, institute another new team, and investigations take place. So this is what I want to propose. That based on what Honorable Mpaka is saying, and the team, and the time they have taken to come up with this report, this is a tip of the iceberg. So I request, like how we have been handling other things, we suspend operations of Pinnacle, Aegis, and others, and we institute a team now to start running the operations. And then the investigations take place, like Balam has been doing, like they have done with URSB, and things move on when these people are on the side, and we be consistent. We be consistent as investigations take place, and then Ugandans will be happy. And after we get the report and we find people culpable, since this is Chisanja no sleep, we put faces on billboards on this expressway, such that every Ugandan knows and starts fearing corruption. We just put them up on top of the other sanctions they may get. We put faces there on billboards, and everyone who passes there knows that this is where the problem was. After the investigations, but immediate suspension, and another team takes over. And finally, I wanted to build on what Honorable
Woman MP.
Okay, thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. As usual, I'm Wembabas Beatrice, the Woman Member of Parliament, Hoima District. Right Honorable Speaker, it is time for the hunter to be hunted. Because this has happened for 5 years. Where are the Auditor Generals of that time? This House must send a clear message, Right Honorable Speaker, to the public that infrastructure must be managed in the public interest, and the revenues must be protected. This is the money that would have helped us to venture in other avenues for the development of this country. I commend the chairperson and the committee for the comprehensive report that it has given to us. We really need to see resources being managed well, so that we can develop this country, because we can see broad daylight robbery. This is robbery of the highest order. So therefore, I, as a Member of Parliament for Hoima, I hereby support the committee.
Thank you. That is very, very Honorable Rogers. Then Honorable Nakaya.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. First, I would like to thank the chairman and the committee for a job very well done. In my opinion, I would have thought the very good performance of the Entebbe Expressway would have given us a template and a blueprint for future infrastructure developments. But seeing the ills in that project, ranging from connivance by the relevant people, government entities, transfer pricing between Aegis and Pinnacle, cash collections that are not declared, so many flaws, it really gives us a very bad impression of this project. I would like, therefore, to urge that the committee recommendations be upheld, but also one of the issues that you raised regarding how we treat the Auditor General. Given that he's an office under this August House, I think we need to have a very thorough discussion on how we manage performance, responsibility, and discipline where there is defiance or error. I therefore want to suggest, and I want to urge my brother, the Minister of Works, he should take this report in good faith, because if the performance improves, then he will have more money to do future projects using road toll. I therefore submit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I'm Julius Nachi, Member of Parliament for Budadiri East in Sironko District. I associate myself with the recommendations of the committee, and I support them fully. I want this to be used as an opportunity for us to send a message that we are the 12th Parliament, a new generation of members of Parliament, who are not threatened, who are not cowards, but who are here to protect the will of the people. I want to address the issue of cost for this Entebbe Expressway. It is being said that the expressway cost, I think, $476 million. That is not true. There's an international accounting standard called borrowing costs 23. What it says is that when you borrow money for a capital project, you also capitalize the interest. Meaning, if we were to calculate the interest that we are going to pay for 40 years on the 350 million, the project cost should be more than 500 million. Now, from the report, we are getting only about 4.6 billion per year because the contract is taking 24 billion. That is equivalent to $1.2 million. To recover the investment, it will take us 400 years to recover the investment on the Entebbe Expressway. Now, what is the way forward? My recommendation is this. From the studies that have been done, it is possible that we can collect $1 million per month from this expressway, meaning $12 million per year. If we get to tender out this process, for example, like local governments, the way they do markets, we get people who have money, we tell them you'll collect 12 million in a year, instead give us 10 million now. Then you go and collect 12, so that we get our money in advance. Otherwise, even if we give it to another entity of government, we may get the same problem. So it is better we privatize this collection. People pay us in advance, then they manage. If they get 20 million, that's up to them. But from the study, we know the minimum.
1 minute more. 1 minute more. Those experts are...
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. So I was saying, by doing that, for example, if we were to get 10 million per year, it will need only 35 years for us to get back, to pay back the loan, because the loan is 350 million, and it's for 40 years. So you'll see that the repayment period for the loan will be matching with the collections. It will be 35 years against 40 years. But for now, the repayment is, the payback period is 400 years, and yet we're supposed to pay back in 40 years. And also in 40 years, the useful life of the road will be done. The road will not exist beyond 50 years, so there will be no residual value to collect. So I submit that we go private. Thank you.
Thank you. Leader of government business, you know people you should deploy accordingly. Honorable Enos.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Before I debate, I want to cite Rule 100.
Can we listen to Honorable Enos? Why has he excited you?
Thank you so much. Right Honorable, I want first cite Rule 100. 1. A member shall not take part in a discussion of any matter before the House or committee in which the member has direct pecuniary interest, unless the member has declared the nature of the interest to the House I want to first declare my interest in this matter, that Pinnacle Security is a personal friend. I went to school with him. And even when Aegis was taking on the contract, I supported them in forming their quotation to Ministry of Works. But right Honourable Speaker, as, now that I've put my interest to you, I would like to ask this House. First, I support and I appreciate the work of my colleagues, but there's a lot that was left out. And that's why I ask genuinely, because I spoke to the chairperson, I read the report, I heard from Pinnacle Security. I really play that this House allows, we have a forensic audit of the last 5 years until today. Then we can determine effectively who is benefiting and who is paying the cost. Because when you look at the cost, right Honourable Chair, the committee does not bring out to you that part of the 122 billion, 18 of that money is tax. 122 billion, 55 billion is what actually goes to the operation and maintenance, which is actually going to the contractors. And it's only not one contractor, there are 8 subcontractors that shared the 55 billion over 5 years. Meaning that the cost of actually running the road is not entirely 122 billion as they have brought it out. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, why I want us to do a forensic test is on the...
Honorable Isaac.
Right Honorable. Mr. I'm older than you in Parliament. Sit down. Okay. Okay. Now, Right Honorable Speaker, I think when you call Isaac, we are many here.
Sorry, I'm sorry about
but
that.
I appreciate. I want to thank first of all the...
But since you said you're older than him,
yeah,
and then...
not only that, but I was his campaign manager. When he dismissed me.
Yes.
When he went through, he dismissed me. But on a serious note, I wish first of all to thank the committee. I want to thank the minister special way. I think, Honourable Minister, you did us good when you really accept the report, and you also thanked us for that report. It is our report, colleagues. It is our report, and my only prayer will be very brief. One, we now realize that we are grappling with the issue of roads in this country. It is now true that Uganda has enough money. It is true that we can use that money to build our infrastructure. And this business of coming to borrow, we are borrowing simply because we have in-house problems. And those who are borrowing are the ones who are mismanaging the money. I get cold feet. Because here we are, and the government came in a good idea. We have seen roads building roads. And therefore, to break this vicious circle, we need to take this report very seriously. How? One, we need to be given timeline when it should be implemented. Two, I want to say to agree with the Attorney General or the Solicitor General for that purpose. There are going to be legal implications. It's very true we can talk here, but when you terminate and you re-terminate, there is a cost involved. They will not come back here, but...
Honorable Cadet, you've made a very good point. Yeah. Then after Honorable Cadet, we shall have Honorable Dia, who had a procedural issue. Then we shall have Honorable Sarah Chitio. Yes, and then...
Thank you very much.
The other Isaac, yeah.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to discuss the report on infrastructure. I begin by thanking the chairperson and the committee for the great work and great report submitted to Parliament. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm so happy that the report will exonerate us as Parliament because it has highlighted how the corrupt have tried to capture the state. And it is high time that for us, we throw the guillotine, but politically. We know corruption is fought politically, administratively, and legally. Now, our role as Parliament We've been given a report. We trust our members on that committee. Therefore, we adopt his reports, the recommendations 100%, and also urge the executive that some of those people mentioned in the report are basically appointed. So let the executive take administrative measures by disappointing those guys from their positions because they have been swindling a lot based on the report. Then the legal matters will be followed later, but not by us. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, the road sector is one of the engines for development. And as earlier said, one of the models for constructing roads is by having an effective road.
Honorable Dear, 2 minutes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, it's in record that I am one of the fighters against corruption in this parliament. And as State Minister ICT, this matter has a lot of audit queries that are IT related. If it meant arresting Aegis and Pinnacle, I would be number one leading the entire team. But the question is, you are all aware that even government in that ICT ministry, through UTL, we are still battling with a briefcase company, you know that one, RCC, up to today. The question here with this matter that we are trying to address, is there a contract between the government of Uganda and the Aegis? Secondly, is there a contract between the government of Uganda and Pinnacle? Number three, what have we based on to come up with the audit report now?